When Vermont passed their law requiring all food manufacturers that use genetically modified ingredients in their products to print it on the label, it sparked a national debate that would eventually lead to a congressional vote. I hope you didn't miss it. It was a major victory for consumers. With the passage of Vermont's law, the big agricultural and food manufacturing companies panicked. They quickly rallied and forced a bill on Congress commonly referred to as the Dark Act, Deny Americans the Right to Know. The Dark Act would have preempted states from requiring labeling of GMO foods, stripped the Food and Drug Administration of its jurisdiction over GMO food disclosures, made it harder for companies to voluntarily disclose the presence of GMOs, made it the responsibility of the USDA to promote biotechnology to consumers, and continued the current broken voluntary labeling system. Thankfully, the Dark Act was narrowly defeated, and Vermont's law will go into effect in July of this year. The second smallest state in the country has forced a major shift in the food manufacturing industry. Since they quickly realized they can't make labels just for one small state, a few big companies like General Mills, Kellogg, and Mars have already begun to comply with the Vermont law that will benefit consumers across the country. The intense lobbying against GMO labeling by big agricultural and food companies has included many half-truths and some outright lies about what GMO labeling will mean for Americans. We'll dispel a few of them right now. GMO labeling will not increase food prices. Companies frequently change labels to highlight new innovations or make new claims. This is no different. Voluntary labeling will not work. Companies have been allowed to make voluntarily non-GMO disclosures since 2001, but consumers are more confused than ever. Current state GMO labeling laws are virtually identical, so there will be no patchwork quilt of different state laws. The responsible solution to address concerns over a possible future patchwork would be the establishment of a uniform, national mandatory labeling standard. GMO crops do not feed the world. Conventional and GMO corn and soybean yields have increased at the same rate. What's more, U.S. farmers produce only 4% of rice, wheat, fruits, and vegetables, and most U.S. corn and soybeans are used for animal feed and ethanol. Additionally, GMO crops have increased herbicide applications. Widespread adoption of GMO crops has increased annual applications of glyphosate, a probable human carcinogen, from 16 million pounds to more than 280 million pounds. GMO crops have led to more toxic herbicides. As weeds have become more resistant to glyphosate, farmers have turned to more toxic weed killers linked to cancer, Parkinson's disease, and reproductive problems. Globally, 64 nations require labeling, including Russia, China, the EU, and important trading partners in Asia. Polls show that 90% of Americans support on-package labeling of GMO food, as do hundreds of food companies, farm groups, and chefs. We've defeated the Dark Act, but the fight isn't over. Whatever your feelings are about GMOs, Americans have the right to choose whether or not to consume them. Stay tuned for the next round in this fight. If you have any questions about your health, or if you'd like to schedule a free consultation, simply give us a call, and we'll take good care of you.